Picture Basra, around the year 965. A young scholar grows up surrounded by books, study circles, and serious questions about how the world works. His name is Ibn al-Haytham. He studies religion, mathematics, and philosophy. For him, seeking truth is part of devotion. Careful knowledge is a way of honoring the Creator. He becomes known for mathematical skill and practical problem solving. People begin to see him as someone who can handle difficult real-world challenges. Then news reaches Egypt. The Nile floods every year. It brings life, but it can also destroy crops and homes. Egypt's ruler, Al-Hakim bi Amrillah, hears that this scholar from Basra might have a plan to manage the flooding. Imagine the pressure of that summons. You are a scholar, not a politician. A ruler wants certainty. A river offers none. So Ibn al-Haytham travels to Cairo and studies the Nile closely. He looks at the terrain, the flow, and the engineering limits of his time. He reaches a difficult conclusion. With the tools and materials available, the project cannot be done safely. Historical accounts say he fell out of favor and had to withdraw from public life. Some later biographies add that he pretended illness or madness to avoid punishment. That exact detail is debated by historians, but the wider point is clear. His freedom became restricted. His public role shrank. His intellectual work did not. During this period in Cairo, he writes and experiments intensely. He is believed to have supported himself through tutoring and writing. He produces works that later generations would treat as foundational, especially his Book of Optics. It is in this quieter phase of his life that his focus turns deeply toward light itself. With fewer public duties and more hours for study, he begins asking a precise question. How does light actually travel, and how do our eyes convert light into sight? These investigations lead him into darkened rooms, narrow openings in walls, and controlled experiments that would later connect his name to the scientific foundations of the camera. The camera obscura, the dark chamber, was known before him in earlier civilizations. His importance is not that he invented the idea. His importance is that he explained it clearly and tested it systematically. He uses the dark chamber to observe something dangerous to look at directly, a partial solar eclipse. He darkens a room. He creates a small round opening. Sunlight passes through the hole. An image appears on the opposite surface. During an eclipse, that bright circle turns into a curved sliver. He records that when sunlight passes through a narrow opening, the projected image takes the shape of a crescent. This is observation turning into documented knowledge. Then he goes further. He changes conditions and watches the results. Smaller hole, sharper image. Larger hole, brighter but blurrier image. Different distances, different clarity. He explains why the image appears upside down. Light travels in straight lines. Rays cross at the opening. The result is not guesswork. It is geometry and repeatable testing. At the same time, he tackles a larger question. How do humans see? Many earlier thinkers believed the eye sends out rays. Ibn al-Haytham argues the opposite. Light reflects from objects and enters the eye. He also argues that perception involves the brain and that personal experience affects what a person sees. He treats this as studying how Allah designed human perception, using observation and reasoning together. His attitude toward knowledge reflects strong ethical principles. In matters of faith, revelation guides belief. In studying the physical world, claims must be tested. Accuracy becomes a moral duty. He warns against blind imitation in science because intellectual honesty matters. His legacy spreads far beyond Cairo. His writings are translated into Latin. European scholars read them centuries later. Ideas about lenses, reflection, refraction, and vision influenced the scientific revolution. So, the first camera concept, is not a single invention. It is a chain of careful steps. A scholar accepts the limits of engineering reality. He turns inward to research he can control. He studies light with discipline. In a dark room with a small opening and a beam of sunlight, he shows that images follow laws placed into creation, laws that can be measured, tested, and understood. If you found this video beneficial and want more content like it, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps bring forward more stories from history that deserve attention. Turn on notifications so you do not miss future uploads.